Hello friends, welcome back. Welcome to this Java Ashram tutorial. So in this session, we are going to learn about the difference between interface and the abstract class. So moreover, the difference between the abstract class and the interfaces, we'll learn about the use case, okay, of the abstract class and interface. So we'll see here when you should go with the abstract class and when you should go with interface. So generally, generally I give the not only give the theoretical session. So I will do have also a practical session in the Eclipse where you can correlate between the interfaces and the abstract class. Okay, so let's start. So you must be wondering why I have the given this image of the man. Okay, so it's all about the solving the problem of the real life. Okay, so we'll see here the based upon your thinking, your analysis, you will decide you should go with the interface implementation or you should go with the abstract implementation. Okay, so let's see the first use case. So it's totally depend upon your analysis and the design thinking in which way you should go, when you should go with interface and when you should go with abstract class. Okay, so there will be some couple of differences. So let's one by one, and we'll see also in the practical session by writing the code how we can understand better. Okay, so this is not a normal concepts. We should understand this is the one of the important concepts that are asked in an interview room, and you can think itself like if you are going to attend the 10 interview out of 10, you will be face the you will be ninth times you will be facing this questions. So you should understand, you should have a clear clarity about these concepts between the abstract and okay. So let's go with the first difference. So when you should go with interface. So if you don't have any idea about the implementation, okay, just requirement specification has come from the client, okay, and you don't have any idea, right, how you are going to implement, how you are going to design. So in that case you should go with interface. So interface is just only providing the interface, only the prototype. There will be no implementation at all. Okay, like suppose you are constructing a building like first floor, second floor, third floor, fourth floor and all, but what will be the implementations of that first floor? Where will be the window, where will be the washroom, where will be the bedroom, where will be the living room? You don't know about anything, right? So in that case you should go with interface. You don't have any idea about the implementation, but you have idea about the requirement only. Okay, and abstract class, when you should go with abstract class, right? So you you know about implementation but not completely. Okay, so in that case you have a partial implementation in your mind, in your documentation, then you should go with abstract class. Okay, so abstract class can have a partial implementation. Okay, so that you whatever you know you can implement. So this is the first difference. Okay, let's go with the second difference. Okay, so interface is considered to be 100% abstract class. So why it is 100% abstract class? Because inside the interface every method is public abstract, whether you are declaring this or not. Okay, even though if you are not mentioning the modifier, okay, then then itself also it is considered to be a abstract, pure abstract. That this is why the interface are called the 100% abstractions. Okay, and in the case of the abstract class, every method present in the abstract class does not require to be public and abstract. Even though you can have a concrete method in the abstract class. What is the concrete method? Concrete method means the actual implementation. So suppose giving you the one example, like if you are just adding a two number, addition of two number you are doing, so actual calculations, actual implementation you will be doing in that method. So that is called the concrete method. Okay, so let's go before moving at the differences, let's go into the Eclipse and what are the differences we have just discussed. Okay, let's see how we can put into the code. Okay, so let's go there. Okay, so this is just only the class. So let's quickly define some interfaces. Test interface. Okay, and I'm just leaving it blank for now. Okay, then public, uh, let's say abstract. Let's how we define the abstract class. Public abstract class test abstract. Here this should be caps. It's the name nomenclature. Okay, and this is. So in this class, I have defined the interface and I have defined the abstract class. Okay, so if you see here, it's not always a good practice, in a single class you are defining the interface and the abstract, but for the demo purpose, I am defining over here. It's better, good practice says interfaces should go in a separate Java file, abstract class should go in a separate Java file. Okay, and then you can see, even though if you're not defining, it will be fine. Okay, so this is the things we have defined over here, and just for testing purpose, let's see sys out, and here I am just mentioning demo of difference between interface and abstract class. Okay, and save it. Okay, and run this. Please note that I have not mentioned over anything over here. Okay, and run this. If you see here, let me control M. I'm just pressing over here. Okay, if you see, this output is coming, demo of difference between interface and abstract class. Okay, so whatever we are just printing, this is coming. I have not so far do anything. Okay, I have just say define the interface. When you should go with abstract, that I have already covered in a first difference. And second difference was, this is the interface, pure abstract class. If pure abstract means only you can define the method, you can declare the method, you cannot implement that. And if you are trying to implement, it will give you the error. Let's see. So suppose you are writing public void, let's say not void, let's say int calculator. Okay, if you're trying to implement over here, okay, and return, let's say 5 plus 6 or 8. Okay, so if you see here, what is the error is coming? Change calculator to default, change calculator to static, abstract method do not specify a body. So in the interface, you cannot define the body, right? If you go with the Java 8 version, there is a default method where you can put, but this is not a default method, right? So in the interface, you cannot have a concrete method. Only you can what? You can only you can define, only you can declare. Okay, then that is fine. It will not give you any error. But in the abstract class, in the case of abstract class, you can comfortably, make a concrete class calculator. Okay, and here sys out, and here concrete class. Okay, and see here what is coming, add return statement, because it's integer. So let's see, return 4 plus 6 or 9, whatever. I'm just demo purpose I'm showing you. Here you can take input from some other source and you can do the calculation. Okay, so this was our second difference, right? Now let's back to our presentation. So this was the second difference. The third difference is, in interface, we cannot declare method with following modifier: private, protected, okay, final, static, synchronized, and native, and strict empty. If you're trying to declare this modifier, you'll get an error, right? But in the case of abstract class, there is no such restrictions. You can happily, easily, you can declare all these modifier. Okay, So if you are trying to, in interface, if you're trying to make it private, this was the difference, right? Then it will give you an error. What error? Remove illegal modifier. Illegal modifier for the interface method. Okay, only public and abstract. So this is the second difference. Okay, but in the case of abstract class, happily you can change any modifier, anything. Private you can mention, no error. See, though no error, you can easily compile this. Okay, and you can where okay, here I have not made changes. Public, it should not be private, right? Now you can happily run this program. Okay, control M. See, you can happily run this program. Now it's coming, right? Control M, and just control M is for maximize, control M shortcut key is for minimize, right? Now go to the PowerPoint. Okay, now the fourth difference is in interface, variable must be initialized at the time of declaration, else we'll get a compile time error. Okay, and in the case of abstract class, variable not need to be initialized at the time of declaration. So this is the major difference. Okay, so at the time of declaring the variable, in the case of interface, you must need to initialize. Otherwise, you won't be able to move ahead. The compiler JVM will not allow you to move ahead and do the next coding. Okay, to do a compilation. But in the case of a state class, you can happily and enjoy anything like and you can easily compile. Okay, so let's see and do here. So let's see, I am just declaring the one member variable, let's say number. Okay, here after declaring the number, if you see, it's giving the message error, initialize final field number at declaration. So here at the time of declaration, this is called the declaration, right? So at the time of declaration, we'll have to initialize this. How to need to initialize? Go to the cursor and put initialize field. So initialization is done, right? But in the case of abstract class, okay, don't need to be initialized at the time of declaration. Public int number. See, you aren't getting any error, right? Only this warning is coming, right? But not error, correct? So this was the difference, for difference, right? Now let's move ahead with the fifth one. Fifth difference is in the scenario variable only, like every variable present in the interface is always public static final, whether we are declaring it or not. By default, okay, it will be public static final only. If you see here, just we declare the variable, the JVM or the Eclipse consider public static vinyl. Every variable it to be considered this only. But this is not in the case of abstract class. There is no such restrictions. This variable could be anything. It could be public, it could be protected, it could be final. There is no such restrictions there with the abstract class. Okay, let's move ahead. Okay. And the sixth difference is in the inside interface, okay, we cannot have the static block or the instance block. Why? Because if you are not going to create the object of the interface object is not available in Java, right? So you cannot create the object. So if you're not creating the object, okay, then your static block or your instance block will not get executed, right? So there is no purpose to do this. So that's why inside interface, you cannot declare the static or instance block. Okay, if you are trying to declare, it will give you an compilation error. We'll see here. But in the case of a state class, okay, we cannot declare, we can declare the static and instance block. It is also true, you cannot also create the object of abstract class. Okay, but here you can declare the static block or instance block. Why? Because from the child class, you can extend the abstract class, and at the time of creating the child class object, this static or instance block will get executed, right? So that's why in the side the abstract class, you should be able to declare the static block or the instance block. But in the case of interface, this will not allow. Okay, let's see in the Eclipse. So here, suppose this is the, right, this is the our instance block, right? So this compiler error is going to be started coming. Okay, what is saying? The interface, test interface cannot define an initializer, right? Even though if you are trying to make a static block like static, this give you an error. You are not allowing, right? But in the case of abstract class, come here, let's see, you can happily, no more error is coming, right? No error is giving, no warning. See, Eclipse is giving, not giving you any kind of error. Even the static block, it will not give you any error, right? So this is the difference. Let's move ahead. Okay, seventh one. So what it says, in interface, we cannot have a constructor in interface, right? And you know the reason. Why constructor is mainly used for to create the object. Okay, constructor takes part while creating an object. But here in the case of interface, you are not creating any object, right? So there is no point to think about the constructor. That's why Java has not allowed us to create a constructor inside the interface. Okay. But in the case of abstract class, you are allowed to create a constructor. This is another most important questions asked in the interview. Okay, so this is the separate topic. Maybe I will take in a separate one. Okay, but at this point, you should know we can have a constructor inside the abstract class. Okay, and what is the reason? Okay, because abstract class also you cannot create the object, right? But why the Java is allowing us to create a constructor inside the abstract class? Because whatever the method variable you have defined, you have written inside the abstract class, you can initialize the constructor, right? And through the child class, this constructor will get executed, the variable will get initialized, okay, and so on. So we can have a constructor in an abstract class. So first, the interviewer will ask you questions. Can we have a constructor in the abstract class? If you say yes, then the next question, subsequent questions will be, you cannot create the object of abstract class. Then how you can have a constructor? What is the purpose for having a constructors, right? So you must understand these concepts. If you need a separate tutorial or video on this topic, you can write in a comment. I will be happy to prepare for you and we'll discuss over there, right? So see, these are the all the differences, okay, we should know, okay, and we should understand. Okay, so you can go one by one with all the differences. Each differences has its own meaning and has its own agenda, has its own purpose, okay, to implement that, right? So you must understand this concept. This is the such important concepts that if you are a Java developer or any object oriented programming developer, it's not about a Java or .NET or any other platform, you must understand these concepts. So this is the very important concepts. Okay, you must analyze and understand when you should go with a abstract class and when you should go with a Java abstract class. So this was all about this tutorial. Okay, if you like this tutorial, please like it and subscribe these channels. Thanks again. Thank you all for your support. See you in the sometime. Thank you.